So today I was having a conversation with God, and God was like, you know you are always going to be sacrificed, right? And I was like, yeah, where's this going? And then I received a message that you're wasteful. I was like, now I know you're not talking to me. God was like, there is nobody else around you. It is you. And I was like, let's unpack this a little bit. I can say this because I know it's just temporary, but I needed to learn this lesson. So I've had to move under conditions that I didn't think I would need to, but this was a pre-leg to 4 years ago. I knew I had to leave this place. And I also always took what an ex of mine, who used to be a very good friend, said to me: always give it your 110% so that when it is time to leave, you know that there's really nothing else that you could have possibly done. And in your heart, you are so peaceful. So today, with me having to slowly start packing up, I mean, I received this months ago and I didn't listen. I was just like, not yet, on my time. And I guess God was like, okay, we'll see. And I started packing and just clearing some cupboards. And I was just looking at certain things that I've bought from DIY, makeup stuff, food stuff that have been just stuck. But because I don't see it, they're in the cupboards, right? So I'm not seeing my wasteful nature. Whew. And when I was looking at how much was just hidden, and then sometimes you buy things where that it might be in the house, but maybe it's gone because you can't find it. And the reason why you can't find it is because it's in so many little corners. And eventually, I knew this thing was here. It's one of those things. And God was like, as I was packing up so many things that were spices that I didn't use, that I was just I had this whole potluck life. And I was gonna have friends over and do lots of cooking. And we have these vision boards of ours, but timing also plays a huge role. And then God was like, see, look how wasteful you are. And obviously there's a whole lot to look around that, because it plays around abundance, and it plays around having to, soaps or toiletries or certain cloths or sponges or something. Sometimes you'll get a little bit extra because when they run out at that point in time, you just want to always have those sort of things, right? And God was like, you're wasteful. And I was like, okay, let's just unpack this a little bit. Please just help me. I did get offended. And then I laughed. And I was like, of course this is happening. And I want to divert it just a little bit to go to one thing I've heard about Myles Munroe saying. He was like, the thing is, you're always going to get what you want. And you won't get what you... Oh, I don't want to confuse this because now I'm going to go into vibrational talk. Let me just say this. You always get what you want. And what you want, depending on the intensity, it goes from a sliding scale of fear into peace. And the sliding scale of love is fear and peace and joy, right? That's the highest vibration of love. Now, we oscillate between the two. When you're more stuck in your wounds, all you see is darkness. Let me not say that all you see, but most of what you see is darkness, because you haven't allowed yourself to sit with discomfort and draw in the light, right? So he says, God will only give you what you can manage. And I forgot that because I listened to this a couple of years ago, and then I was reminded about that today. Like, there was a point in between these like 4 years where I knew I had to leave this place, that I was like, I just want to leave. I just want to leave. Like, this place is too small for me. I need like more. I need more space to run around, right? And it goes back to the Myles Munroe story where he was like, God can only give you what you can manage. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom or a 3-story or whatever, if you're looking for something better than what you have, but you can't manage what you have, you can't be given more, right? Because then it's going to suffocate you. If like this is suffocating you already, how much more if it's bigger, right? So this is also an encouragement to say, like, where you are, I said this on one of the other talks, like, don't be fooled by the 3D. God, the universe has your back. Everything is happening for a reason. Hence why I can come here and share, because I know that this is just temporary. This situation of having to go through this and see my truth, and deeply uncomfortable, but I can sit with it and go, oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you that I was running around in these loops and not realizing the reason why I don't have is because I'm not managing what I do have. Even as abundant as it is, I'm not managing properly what I do have. Then God was like, your gifts. I was like, hold up now. Now you're going a bit too far. And God was like, the gifts that I'm giving you, you are being wasteful with them. You are not using them. And it got me thinking of this aspect. And now I'm going to go into divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy. We all have that energy within us. And within that yin and yang, there's dark and light. Okay? And the thing with divine feminine energy, it's always going to want more. Divine masculine energy is always going to want certainty. Okay, so it's going to want a structure of what this more has brought about in physical manifestation. And so we're always going to want more. So if you feel you want more, it's your birthright to want more. But now, how are you managing the more that you're receiving? And then I got taken into look at the certificates, how much training you have, how much information over these 10 years, all the certificates, all the trainings, all the clients, all the journaling, all the, and you still want more because you feel that it's not enough. Now I'm here to remind you that this is playing on that feeling of you also not feeling enough, that little bit that's left that doesn't feel enough. The thing is, we're always going to be learning different things. We are always going to be cleansing different things, because dust is going to come. Just as much as there's wind, as much as you breathe, it means it is clearing. So each breath in and each breath out, there is clearing. Each breath in, each breath out, there's also embodying. Okay. So God was like, you are wasting your gifts, because now you're thinking that this is not sufficient for you to be able to use. Use everything that I've given to you as your gifts to move forward. And I was like, I got you. Thank you. So don't look at truth as something that you need to run away from. Face it. I can come here and just face it, because I've done a lot of work that's, it's part of my work that I do anyways, to be able to teach. I had to teach myself to sit with discomfort and share the things that are so vulnerable to me and so personal, but it's also so impersonal, right? Because the thing is, you're going to come to this message and it's going to hit home so much, and you're going to be like, but then there's also going to be a part of you that's going to go, thank you. That is so refreshing. I really see that. I see that. So your wasteful nature is coming from the fact that in this matrix, in this 3D reality, you always had to prove yourself. So I might be talking to someone right now, if you're still here, that you were someone who naturally, when you were young, you were gifted spiritually, right? You could just see. And the thing is, all kids are. Some just have a higher spectrum depending on different abilities, right? And you were always taught that, respect your elders and people. But within this 3D matrix, what happened was that in order for you to survive, you had to feel like you belonged. And this is where the bending over backwards started happening. You started bending over backwards because you felt like you needed to belong. So you were rejected from the system because of the amount of light that you carry. And the amount of light that you carry, the system, the devil, knows exactly that this was going to happen. And your light also knew that this was going to happen. But the two are in a dance helping one another, right? So you think like the devil is something that's outside of you. It's the wolf that you feed. Are you going to feed the quote unquote bad wolf, or are you going to feed the quote unquote good wolf? Because it's all emotion. It's comfort and discomfort. It's what I like, it's what I don't like. It's what I prefer and what I don't prefer. It's what I love and what I don't love. It's my fear, it's my joy, and it's my peace. Okay, so all these things are circulating for us to be able to reflect a little bit deeper and go, oh, this is uncomfortable to feel this. But it's such necessary information, because this discomfort that you're feeling, or the truth that you needed to hear now, there's very few people that say that they love you are going to tell you that. Very, very few. Very, very few. Specifically in this day and age, very, very few who are. And that's why, as your spiritual sister, and I'm coming here to tell you the truth, to just go, you've got a wasteful nature too. I had to come and share this, to be like, look at what you have. Use everything that you have and start. And this is not about minimalism and stuff like that, although that's also a beautiful practice. Your abundant nature needs to know that it has enough and can manage this enoughness that it already is. And I'm going to go back to the childhood where you started bending over backwards for them, to please them, so that you could feel like you belong and that you could feel loved. But the thing is, here's a very, very key thing. Those people that you are seeking love from, they don't even like themselves. So this is part of the matrix and the system. It was designed on purpose like this. But now you're coming out of the system, and you're coming out of this matrix of this old belief and this low vibrational belief, because now I'm here to remind you that it's not true, but it can be true if you only allow yourself to only be on the other side. And when we go into the other side, we go into the dark side. Okay. So this bending over backwards, the need for you to save people, it's all for you to use the darkness to invoke and capitalize on your light. But if you not capitalizing on your life, on your light, this is God was like saying, if you're not capitalizing on your light, someone else is going to capitalize on your life. And you might be feeling so many people right now in your life are capitalizing off you. And this is your bank account. This is your bank account. So observe what is happening. This is your bank account, because this is your energy system. This is the hue that you're emitting. How much hue are you emitting, human? Okay. If you want a personal reading, please, at this point in time, it is all open. And wasteful nature, help you cut those cords so that you can step into the fullest abundant state. And just thank you for taking this message. Only ever take what resonates, of course, always. And don't try and make it fit, because it's not going to fit maybe now, but it might fit a little bit later. So you'll always remember this video and go, oh, I remember this video and this and this and this, and I was triggered and I just quickly wanted to swipe, right? But thank you for staying if you stayed this far. And just obviously, once again, constant encouragement to deal with the discomfort, and let's sit with discomfort and have more conversations where you can go, oh, me too. But you're pointing fingers at other people. Remember, they always go, you point here and then all these ones are looking like facing you, because everything is about an expression of the hue that you are emitting. So I hope this could help. And your spiritual gifts, your natural gifts, spiritual bank. Okay. This is your money maker. This is your money maker. This is all you need. So go do a little bit of a recon right now and go check in with everything that you have. Go be appreciative for every single thing that you have. And then most importantly, commit to not wasting ever again. Ever, 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 ever again. Now that you know. Okay.